Hey folks, okay, Brent Coker here, got the V7R. Today we're going to do an oil change. Nice and simple. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is locate the drain plug, which is at the front here. Right there. So I got my oil pan all ready to collect all the oil. Shit. I just sat on brake fluid. Bastard. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is identify where the drain plug is on this engine. So here's the engine, and there's a few bolts underneath, but it's actually that bolt that's at the front of the engine, of the sump right here. If you can see right there. So I've got my drain pan already in place. I'm gonna loosen the drain filler plug, which is on really tight for some reason. Well, I'm going to loosen that one, take that one off, and then I'm going to undo this bolt and drain the oil. Okay, so I managed to get the filler screw cap off, and now I'm going to loosen, I've already loosened it, the oil drain plug, and that's going to start spurting out. Alright, so we'll just leave that to drain. So after this is finished draining, we need to unbolt the whole sump, because one thing that's different about the Moto Guzzi engine is that the oil filter is actually inside the sump, so we have to take the whole sump off to change the oil filter. And once we've done that, we'll put the whole sump on with a new oil filter and we'll refill it with oil. Okay, so the oil's drained, and now the next step is that we have to remove the sump because the oil filter's inside there. So let me just show you where that is and what you need to unscrew. I'm wearing motorcycle pants with knee pads helps, but let me show you where the nuts are. So underneath here, you can see these Allen keys, Allen bolts here, and they go right around. I think there's like 8 or 10 of them. It's quite a few. So we have to get all of those undone, and let's get to it. Okay, so we've removed the sump, and you can see that it came from under there. Undid all the Allen bolts, and there's one screw that holds the oil filter here, and that's the last one I undid just to make it easier to remove the sump. You can actually change the oil filter without removing the sump, but because you can see this whole bit comes out here. The problem with doing that, however, is you can, if you look at the shape of the sump, you can't drain all the oil out properly. So for that reason, if you want to get all the oil removed, it's better to remove the sump, and that's the reason why we did that. So here's the old filter. It's simply just, it comes out easy. It just pulls up, and then you put the new one on. It's got a spring at the bottom. And then yeah, so we're ready to put this back together now and fill it back up with new fresh oil. Okay, so we've got the sump reattached now. And the last thing we want to do is we want to refill it with oil. And which oil to use? Well, it takes 2 liters of this stuff. 10W60. So we're going to put that in, and then we're done.